Television City in Hollywood. From Television City in Hollywood. From Television City.
Dan, isn't Rin Tin Tin on the show tonight?
Yeah, he sure is.
Well, that's what I thought. I brought him a treat that all my kids just love.
Oh, that's great, Betty. We'll see that he gets it.
Oh, great. Thanks so much. I have to get back, obviously, to hair and
Oh, I gotta go,
makeup
too.
and all that.
See you later, Betty. Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. Left a good job in the city, working every day. Hi, can you connect me with the control room? It's Pat. Sajak. I'll wait. Hi, is Artie there, our director? Yeah, it's Pat. Sajak. Hi, Artie, it's Pat. Sajak. Excuse me, I'm eating. Just a couple of things. First of all, that production meeting after the show tonight, could we cancel that? I have something to do. Yeah. Also, tomorrow, we're supposed to get together and go over that strip. Let's do that about 1 o'clock, okay? Okay. Also, could you turn the air conditioning down in here a little bit? My nose is feeling wet and cold for some reason.
From Television City in Hollywood, Betty White, singer Jeffrey Osborne, former basketball great Julius Erving, comedian Judy Tenuta, from the Hogan family, Josh Taylor and Rin Tin Tin, plus Tom Scott and the band, along with me, Dan Miller. All here tonight on the Pat Sajak Show. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Sajak.
These new electric seats are not working out here. I'm a little worried about this crowd. Before the show, I heard one of you ask if our TV monitors in here can get cable. I heard that, so... Anyone see the Mike Tyson-Frank Bruno fight over the weekend? Boy. It was a slow fight, let's face it. In fact, according to some statistics I read, Bruno held Mike more in 5 rounds than Robin Givens did in a year of marriage. Poor Bruno, as if he didn't have a lousy enough weekend already. On the plane back to England, they sat him next to Salman Rushdie. I mean... That's rough. The Oliver North trial is... oh, thank you. Did I pose for that? No flash photography! Sorry. Thought I was at Disneyland for just a moment. Oliver North trial, that's what we were talking about before the picture-taking session broke out. Still in the news, North's defense lawyer contends that Ollie was not acting on his own, that he was a loyal soldier following the instructions of the highest-ranking official in the U.S. And Ollie said, hey, leave Nancy out of this. Did you read this? U.S. Army sergeant, the guy's name is Lee Nelson, won $16 million in this week's Lotto America jackpot. And we congratulate the sergeant. Oh, it's been tough to give him orders since he found out about his winnings. Apparently, his favorite expression is now, yeah, court-martial this. He claims that hitting the jackpot is not going to change his life, but I think things are already starting to change with this guy. Today, he hired a maid for latrine duty. I think that's a sign.
Sergeant Nelson is an accounting specialist stationed at the Pentagon. They asked him what he's going to do with that $16 million, and he said he's either going to buy a large house in Florida or buy 12 Pentagon hammers. He can't decide. President and Mrs. Bush, they're back home after their big successful trip to Asia. The president was right at home in China because, as you probably know, he was ambassador there for a while. China's a fascinating place. Everyone there gets around on bicycles, but they're getting more and more like Americans every day. Over the weekend, the Bushes saw a guy on a bike with a bumper sticker on the back that said, "How am I pedaling? Call 555." Of course, now that he's back home, Mr. Bush is getting back into the whole matter of John Tower, for whom support appears to be dwindling, I'd say. You know, with all those charges of partying and womanizing, I'll say one thing for Tower. If he doesn't become Secretary of Defense, I think he'd make a great member of our band. Don't you? I mean... Good show. Betty White is here, and Rin Tin Tin together again. Also, singer Jeffrey Osborne, Dr. J, Julius Erving will be here, Josh Taylor from the Hogan family, and comic Judy Tenuta. It's jam-packed, folks. Stay right there.
It's intermission, have a snack, relax.
Oh, boy!
When you get into the kitchen, don't just grab any snack.
No, sir.
Find the box with the tiger's face. Pour yourself Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. It's the no cholesterol, no fat snack.
Enjoy the great taste of
Please hurry back.
Hey, snackers, have you tried the amazing snack in a box? Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. Great taste. You can feel good about eating.
Sweet and crunchy, for goodness sakes. Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
A good-for-you snack that's great.
Dow bathroom cleaner with scrubbing bubbles. We work hard so you don't have to.
Cough and cold, everyone suffers.
Mom, Dad's ironing.
Time to doctor that cough with Robitussin.
Look, Mom's feeling better.
Robitussin, recommended by more doctors, pharmacists, and Dr. Mom.
Today, changing your hair is as easy as pushing a button. Lilt presents Push Button Perming. Just push the button for lots of body. Push the button for great hold. Lilt Foam makes it easier because unlike lotions, you see where it's going for less drips, less guesswork. Now you can have beautiful hair with Push Button Perming, only from Lilt.
At Taco Bell, you get beef, beans, tomatoes, and more in the new Nacho Supreme. Just 99 cents. Ship it and try it.
Make a run for the border.
News flash. Wildwood, Minnesota has moved its Golden Valley store just west of Ridgedale.
Wildwood, Minnesota is having a huge grand opening sale in all stores.
Get half-price carpet installation.
Like carpets made by Queen with Anso 5. So stain-resistant, it's worry-free.
Anso 5 worry-free carpets resist stains. At Wildwood, Minnesota, installation is half-price.
Get free 90-day financing, too.
Wildwood, Minnesota's grand opening.
With half-price carpet installation and free 90-day financing.
Our newest store west of Ridgedale. Take Highway 12 to Plymouth Road.
We've been broadcasting the school closings for over 60 years. No other radio station has a better academic record. For school closings, turn to WCCO AM Radio 830.
Exclusive coverage of the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament begins Wednesday.
Nice work, guys. Thanks. Hi.
How you doing?
I'm fine. You all right?
Starting our 8th week.
Oh, you keeping count?
Yeah, 7 complete weeks. And I think I'm getting the 7-week itch.
Are you? You want to move on to something? You're gonna get your own Star Hunt program or something?
This week, I found myself thinking about another talk show host.
No. You are...
I'm watching another talk
Actually,
show.
you are doing a lot of things. Are you? You're doing Tom Snyder's radio show this week.
Yeah.
You've been invited to do a week on Hollywood Squares.
Yeah.
Already? Huh?
Yeah.
Boy.
I think it's a mix-up.
You'll be doing beer commercials. You'll be out of here before too long. Am I getting smaller? I don't mean losing weight. I feel like I've been shrinking since the show is on.
Kind of bikini.
It's just in my mind, I'm sure. But do I feel small? Look smaller?
You look about the same.
I think I'm smaller.
Do you?
I think I'm actually going to.
Like in height or weight?
Yeah. I'm just smaller.
Or they're smaller.
Or they're maybe making the set bigger just to screw me up. I don't know. Maybe I'll just go over here.
Well, dog biscuits put on weight. So
Yeah, thanks a lot. Speaking of dog, we've been following Donahue, Oprah, and Geraldo, which again, coincidentally, spells dog. All month long during this important sweeps month of February, we've been tracking the subjects they air on a daily basis here in the Los Angeles market because it varies sometimes from city to city. The audience has been voting on which subject they would be most apt to watch. And then in 2 more days, we'll be finished with this, and we'll never have to see this goofy thing again, which is the big news. Thank you very much. Here are tonight's subjects. Put some clothes on. Let's see. Today is the 27th, and today, please hold your applause until we get all the subjects up. Oh, I have to bend down for this one. Is the pen mightier than the Ayatollah, is what Donahue did. I guess he discussed the whole book business. Oprah did Save Your Marriage, Part 1. Not sure. And Geraldo, I don't know. This, I don't want to influence the voting, but this looks awfully good to me. Wanted, Elvis, Dead or Alive. All right. Again, vote for only one by your applause, the show you'd be most apt to watch. Donahue, is the pen mightier than the Ayatollah? How many would have watched that today? All right. Oprah, Save Your Marriage, Part 1. Geraldo, Wanted, Elvis, Dead or Alive? America has spoken again, and Geraldo is leading this month. Look at this. 12 days he's won. Donahue and Oprah just kind of fighting out for the honor of second place. Now, tomorrow will be the end of it. Geraldo, of course, has already clinched this. Yeah. We have found out that we will be able to present our trophy to Geraldo. He won't be able to be here. He's out on a boat someplace or something, but even if it's shipped ashore, we'll get in touch with him.
So we will talk to him.
We'll talk to him tomorrow, and he'll accept the award proudly, I'm sure, in the spirit in which it's intended.
One more day of this.
What's that?
One more day.
One more day. I'll miss that thing.
Are we going to do something equally as annoying next month?
We haven't come up with anything. I think we've reached our annoying heights, actually. Let's bring this lady out. I'm a big fan of Betty White's, have been for a long time. This woman's been winning Emmys for 30 years in television, going back to Life with Elizabeth, on through her game show, Just Men, of course, as Sue Ann Nivens on the Mary Tyler Moore Show, and for her big hit series now, The Golden Girls, where she is the lovely but somewhat wacky Rose. Please welcome Betty White. Betty! Well, that is a lot. I mean, that's an impressive array of shows. Oh, excuse me. Everything all right?
No, that's fine. You're a nice, healthy puppy.
Thank you. You know, when you did that, my legs started moving.
I didn't want to mention it.
Why do dogs do that? Well, perhaps I should.
Maybe I've never asked them, but it's interesting.
Find out if you can. Did you win? I mentioned some of the Emmys you won. Did you win one for Life with Elizabeth, too?
Yeah, back in 1954.
My goodness.
Yeah, so I'm celebrating my 40th year in this business, and I'm still hanging in there.
You appear to be, yeah. Well, you're doing okay. Did I see Bob Hope was on your show this past week?
Yes.
On the show that aired
last Saturday night, and he was just wonderful.
That's a good show.
He did it as kind of a special favor. And it's so funny. Other people come in, you know, we've had guests, and they'll come in with a whole entourage of people. Bob just slept over there with his good friend, Elliot, and the two of them came in, and he did the first show, and then he came in and hung out with us during dinner and got notes, and then waited through the whole evening to do the show.
Sometimes I think the bigger you are, the fewer people you have around you. I think that's maybe a show business truism.
I'm alone.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. You also did something over the weekend near and dear to my heart, which was the Password Show over on NBC. They taped their last show.
Super Password.
But this show's been canceled like 8 times over the years.
They always have me on their last show somehow because, of course, as in memory of Alan Ludden, I'm sure. But yesterday, we taped the last Super Password, and I explained to everybody this is number 5 of the last
Literally
Password.
the fifth cancellation.
The 5th cancellation. So Phoenix shall rise again any minute.
This is like Friday the 13th, part 9. It just...
It just keeps going on. But you know, the funny thing is you still get emotionally involved, and Burt was so, you know, how flip Burt is.
Yeah.
And he was saying goodbye, and he's got another show, and everything was fine. And he began to try to say goodbye, and he just couldn't, and the tears started. And I thought, well, you know, and he threw it to me, and I thought, well, I'll help my friend out, and I was saying goodbye.
Another 6 months, it'll be back on the air. It'll be on your password, or here's your password.
Yes, I think,
Did you meet Alan on Password?
Yes, I met him the 3rd week it was on the air. I was a guest on the show, and it was the first time I'd met him. Of course, I'd watched him on GE College Bowl all the time. And we just liked each other very much because he'd watched me.
Is that from the show?
Those were taken...
An old publicity still with you and Alan and Jim Backus.
That was before I was suddenly struck blonde.
You know, it occurs to me, and while I enjoyed doing Password, the words have gotten, I don't want to say easier over the years, but I think they may have been a little more difficult. Some of the words were more difficult.
They were much, and they've eased the rules off.
I mean, I noticed camphor as one of the words here.
I mean,
don't
that's
think that
not
would work
easy, no.
today.
And also, they let you do opposites now, which you couldn't before. So you can really, if you know, salt, pepper, and I think that takes some of the fun out of it.
You won awards for game shows. You did Just Men.
I did Just Men, and I think we were opposite each other, weren't we, on that?
I mean, in the award category?
In the award category.
Yes, you beat me 2 years in a row. I remember that, Betty.
No, I didn't. I only beat you 1 year, and I mean, I was nominated the 2nd year.
Oh, that's right.
The show was only on for 13 weeks.
I know, and you were nominated for 2 years.
Yes, I don't know how we were on the cusp, so to speak, but I know I won that one on gender. That not for talent, for gender, because it was the first woman MC of a game show.
Yeah, you're just a trailblazer, aren't you?
I think I sure am. Boy, I have a prow on me that can cut an icebreaker.
You did a lot of other game shows too. Any weird ones along the way? Yeah.
Oh, Masquerade Party. They had me done up as an old man with whiskers and beard and a big pot like this and a derby and a gray wig, and I walked down the hall at NBC and somebody said, "Hi, Betty, how are you?"
We'll take a break and be back with more with Betty White. Stay there.
Strength can move mountains, but strength can't brush away tartar. For tartar, use your head instead and get Colgate Tartar Control. You see, while helping to brush away plaque, Colgate's been proven to help stop tartar from building up. So you don't need strength to fight tartar. You just need smarts to buy Colgate.
Colgate Tartar Control, the wise choice.
I'd rather... Mr. Milkman, bring us milk and cheese now. New dairy formula, Purina Kitten Chow.
With lots of taste and nutrition, new dairy formula Kitten Chow from Purina.
For years, supermarkets have attempted to lure customers with these 2 words.
We're lower. We're lower. No, we're lower. We're lower.
But only Cub Foods is big enough to buy enough. And that volume means Cub pricing. So your total food bill is always
the lowest.
Cub pricing, only at Cub Foods.
Oh, I don't want to go that low. How can he go that low? It's very, very low.
Feeling good, getting tight, 'cause I'm living right, living right. Out of the darkness and into the light, I'm living right, living right.
The first rule of working out is showing up.
Show up now and join for just $29 a month.
Join U.S. Swim and Fitness now.
Years ago, Jane was the...
Back with Betty White. We talked about game shows. We talked about sitcoms. Have you done this kind of show? I mean, talk shows at all?
Yeah, on both sides of the desk.
I know you've been a guest a lot.
In 1954, I had, after the Al Jarvis show, the Hollywood on Television show, my first network show was a talk show.
Yeah.
And so they said, well, you know, it's a half hour every single day, 5 days a week. And you think you can hold up for that? Well, I was just coming off a show that was 5.5 hours a day, 6 days a week.
It really, the Jarvis show was 5.5 hours a day?
It started with Jarvis. He was, Al was there for 2 years. And then he went over to ABC, and Eddie Albert came in for 6 months.
What do you do for 5.5 hours a day?
You name it, we did it. I mean, we did everything.
What was your role in this epic?
I started out as Al's Girl Friday, and Saturday, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Somebody sent me panties with, you know, the days of the week on them, and I had to keep them so but nobody ever saw them, I swear. And it was just, it was a wonderful experience. It was like going to television college.
Yeah, boy.
So then I inherited the show after Eddie Albert left to do a movie. I inherited it just because I was there. So all in all, I was there for 4.5 years.
Yeah, that's a lot of television. Yeah, boy, this makes this feel pretty soft now.
Well, that's why when they said a half hour a day, I said, I think that sounds good.
I can handle it. I can handle it. Everybody knows of your love for animals and your work on their behalf. Was that like since you were a kid? Were you just always an animal person? Yeah.
Forever. My folks before me, my mother and father were just absolute animal nuts. They'd come home and they'd say, he followed us home. Let's ask Betty if we can keep him, you know. I was an only child, and...
Did you have bunches of them around the house when you were little?
Well, we didn't have so much bunches, you know, on purpose, but it was during the Depression, and my dad would make radios in the evening to earn some extra money. And nobody else had any money either, so they couldn't buy the radios, so they'd trade them for dogs. So we wound up 26 dogs. And the dogs ate, the radios didn't, so I don't think he came really ahead of the game.
Didn't think that through, clearly.
But then, of course, you fall in love with all of them.
Yeah. You did that show, which was called The Pet Set. The Pet Set, or
that was the happiest year I ever spent.
Yeah, well, let's relive a little bit. We have just a little clip of some of the Pet Set, because you had some big names on it.
Where did you get Pet Set?
We stole it from your archives. See, you turn your back for a minute. Yeah.
Oh,
what years are we talking about? This ran for a couple of
This
seasons.
was 71. Right. 71 was 71, 72 in there.
Let's look at Betty and her animals and her special guests.
So much fun.
Welcome to the Pet Set, starring Betty White and our very special member, Mary Tyler Moore.
Show her the bottle. She'll put her trunk up. Okay, now hold it up real high. There we go. There you go.
Oh, that's delicious.
How about that? That'll take about 30 seconds.
These
It'll be
Playtex nursers, you can't beat them. She's taking it all without getting any air.
Yeah, well, she might, yeah, okay.
Thank you very much. What's her name?
Bandula.
This is Bandula. Carol, you've got a whole new calling in life.
That's hysterical. Well, don't you have to burp her?
Driving down Lancashire Boulevard, there was a pet store, like that terrible song, The Doggy in the Window. I saw this strange broad looking at me through a window, and I went in and bought her. Then I got the dog later.
And that's how I met your grandmother.
Yes.
That's fun. You know, we were all delighted you're on the show, but there was someone close to you who was not happy about this appearance because it was griping that you didn't bring her along because Rin Tin Tin was going to be here and wanted to could we this is a member of Betty's family. Where oh.
Dinah!
Is Dinah yours? Oh, hi. And who's this lady with Dinah?
Bill Clark, my secretary,
Hi, Gail.
who I will
Thanks,
never
bye-bye.
trust again. Hello. How did you do this? Hello.
May I come say hello to Dinah?
Well,
Is
of course.
Dinah?
Dinah
What
was
is Dinah?
Tom Sullivan's guide dog for 9 years, and then her eyes. Oh, thank you, Dinah. Let's be neat about this. Her eyes began to go, and of course, Tom travels by himself all the time.
Tom's gonna be on the show soon, so we'll be able to talk about Dinah. But Dinah's in good health otherwise?
Oh, Dinah's in wonderful shape. Come on around here. She sees fine. Yeah. She likes to eat, as you can see.
Rinny's going to be out here later, and we had a message from Rinny's people that Dinah must not be out here when Rinny comes. I'm not sure exactly why that is.
I'm not sure. It's all right as far as Dinah's concerned. She'd say, hi, Rinny, long time. But,
all right.
Her guide dog harness, you know, the square harness, is now in the last hole. It was in hole number 3 when she got came to my house, but now it's like, oh.
So you're feeding her well, huh? Yeah. Okay, Dinah. Well, good. You relax, right? Will she stay right there?
Oh, sure.
Right,
She'll do anything you want.
What a fine doggie you have there. Now, how many others do you have?
Such a privilege this one is. I've had her for 2 years now.
Who else do you have at home, animal-wise?
I have a little black poodle. Where did Gail go? Where did I put her?
Gail's munching on some biscuits backstage. It's fine.
I have a little black mini poodle, Timothy. He's 11. And then I have a little tiny Bichon Frise cricket who, I say Bichon Frise. He was a foundling about the size of this glass when I found him. He almost made Bichon. I mean, he came very close, a near miss.
That's too bad.
He thinks he's a Bichon.
Well, that's all right. Well, Dinah's very comfortable here.
Oh, Dinah's a
all right,
good girl.
well, let's very quietly take a commercial break, and we'll be back with Rin Tin Tin.
Get ready for a new eye drop so refreshing you won't believe your eyes.
Wow.
Introducing new Visine Extra. Like regular Visine, it gets the red out, but it also gives you an extra medication that cools, soothes, moisturizes, and protects dry, irritated eyes. For an extra medication in a formula found in no other eye drop, get new Visine Extra. So refreshing.
You won't believe your eyes.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. You can keep it to yourself, but it wouldn't be fair, 'cause that chocolate crispy taste is loved everywhere. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Come experience a place that is like no other. Busch Gardens at Tampa Bay, Florida.
Feel your heart beat, 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 beat. Beat strong, 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 strong. Your heart beats strong. Feel the rhythm. Beat, beat. Feel the light. Beat, beat, beat. Feel the freedom. Beat inside you forever. Beat, beat, beat inside you forever. Beat, beat, beat.
Busch Gardens at Tampa Bay. No place else.
What makes Pearl different? From a thorough eye exam to the latest in lenses and brand name frames, nobody takes more care to make sure your glasses are right. Maybe that's why more people trust their eyes to Pearl than anyone else.
Here's every deal for 5 to 40% off now through Wednesday at Highland Superstores. Now watch real close and you'll see a Techniques programmable compact disc player with remote control for just $196. Did you see it? You'll also see a Samsung microwave oven with automatic timer for just $69. Thousands of items are on sale for 5 to 40% off through Wednesday at Highland. And now, here's everything that's not on sale. So if you get the idea that everything's on sale now through Wednesday at Highland, you get the idea.
Coming up later, Jeffrey Osborne will sing. NBA superstar Julius Erving will be out here. Josh Taylor from the Hogan family, comic Judy Tenuta. Right now, our next guest was a star in the mid-50s on a television series. Now, 30 years later, has staged a successful comeback with a new show. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Betty's intro. Excuse me. I got confused there. No, it's not. It's Rinny's, and the new show is called Rin Tin Tin, Canine Cop, seen weekly on CBN Family Channel. Please welcome Rin Tin Tin. Everybody comfy? Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
I'm Roger Schumacher. And I'm Brian Renfro, and this, of course, is Rin Tin Tin.
Now, I mentioned the series 30 years ago. This cannot be the same Rinny.
No, he's a descendant.
Well, I don't think so. I don't know much about dog ears, but he looks a little younger than that.
He is a descendant, though.
But he's a descendant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fine, sweetheart. He's my buddy, yeah.
Can we show a little piece of film of Rennie in action? This would have been what?
Yeah, on this clip here, on this clip, it takes place into a subway.
So this is from the new show.
Right, from the new show. Burt Leonard is executive producer, which he was the producer of the original Rin Tin Tin.
So we're going for the originality.
Right.
All right. Well, let's see Rennie. Go boy. Go boy. Hey, Rennie. Now, can you guys share a few training secrets here?
Sure, we sure can. Now, we use a positive method of training, and Roger is going to show you a little bit of the stuff that Renty does. Put your head down up here. Put it down. Good boy. Stay there. On your side. Get it. Rennie. Rennie. Hey. Hello, Rennie. How'd you like that? I like the way you look at that guy. Get over. Get over. Good boy. Get over. Good. All the way. Both
See,
hands.
cancellation. That might do it.
Get over. Cancellation. Get over. On your side. On your side. Put your head. No, put it down. Stay. Good boy. Stay. Sit up. Stay. Foot. That's it.
When you say positive training, you mean
reward.
Reward. Okay, there you go. That's
we don't use any punishment. Good boys. Sit down.
Can any dog be trained?
Just about any dog. They're all different. They're just like people. They all have different dispositions. But just about any dog can be trained to a certain degree.
Now, does Rennie do all the work himself? I mean, that was a very difficult scene there, all that running and jumping and diving.
Actually, the dogs are just like the people. They have their stunt doubles. How about a kiss for... Yeah, come on up there, Rennie. Rennie, easy.
I don't know.
Stay. Speak.
Hi, Rennie. How are you?
Get up here. Give him a kiss. Good. Go on. Okay, come on. We'd actually like to show you, speaking of doubles, now, Roger went back to get Rin Tin Tin's double.
This would be the one who would do some of the difficult scenes? Or?
Yes, we are going to set up an attack scene for you folks out there.
Just a moment. I have some slobber on me.
That's right.
That's it.
Was that from Betty?
It's from Betty's appearance.
No, we'd like to set up an attack scene. Renty has to take down the suspects, and this is X, our hit dog, we call him.
So on scenes that call for an attack, you'd bring out X here.
Right, yeah. Now, what we'd like you to do is just to run.
No. No, you got the wrong show. You got the wrong host. You want me to do what?
All
right.
Okay, well, what I'll do here is I'm going to set him up. Brian will antagonize him here a little bit.
Yeah, antagonize the dog.
Ooh, I think he's antagonizing.
This is all play now.
This is all play. I get to be the bad guy. Watch him. You ready? Hey. Oh, get him. Okay, let's just walk away.
Yeah.
You okay, Brian?
Yeah. Everything okay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Brian seems to be
come
okay.
back here. Hey,
Brian's fine.
Rick, more side. Roger, Pat.
Come here. Hey, that's, no, hey.
The Pat Sajak Show, sponsored by Extra Strength Excedrin, the headache medicine from Bristol Myers, and by Kraft, which brings you good food and good food ideas.
I don't know what's worse, death or taxes. I've got a headache this big. But I took 2 Excedrin, and I know I'll feel better. Oh.
I need a taste.
It's gone. 2 Excedrin and my headache's gone. Wish I could say that about my taxes.
When you want extra strength headache relief, take Excedrin, the headache medicine.
Taking everything in consideration, Penn Auto Plaza is the best place to buy a Jeep or an Eagle. Most people hate to buy cars. They hate to shop. Well, you come to Penn Auto Plaza, we're going to make it easy for you to shop for a car. In the over 40 years that I've been in the car business, I've learned the right way to train people. And we continue that training at Penn Auto Plaza. At Penn Auto Plaza, we've been talking straight since 1969.
Penn Auto Plaza Jeep Eagle, just south of 494 on Penn in Bloomington.
Give us a try. We'll prove it to you.
Quick by Tegrin Shampoo.
Hi, I'm Margaret.
I wore a neck brace for about a year. I wasn't in an accident or anything. I just got tired of holding my head up.
Well, we have a very exciting guest coming up next. You know him from his many gold and platinum hits like On the Wings of Love and Stay With Me Tonight. He's going to be headlining Trump Plaza in Atlantic City this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. He's going to sing his latest single, All Because of You, which is from his newest album called One Love, One Dream. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jeffrey Osborne.
I was sitting up above the clouds. Then one day you just came soaring by. Foolish me, I hopped on for a ride. Oh, why? Then my life just took a sudden turn. It's hard to swallow, but you live and learn. I never felt the pain so deep that burned so long. All because of you, you turned me inside out. You reached inside and shook my soul. All because of you, I can't get off the ground. I was doing fine, and then came you. Then came you. I guess I should have looked before I leaped. Before I knew it, I was in too deep with a selfish someone who would play for keeps with my heart. Chances are the sun may never shine. At least for me, not for a long, long time. You made me so ashamed to think that I was so blind. All because of you, you turned me inside out. You reached inside and shook my soul. All because of you, I can't get off the ground. I was doing fine, and then came you. Then came
right?
What a great band.
Yeah, we're
Great
blessed
band.
with that, too. You sound good together.
Oh.
Listen, never mind music. Let's talk about something important, the Lakers.
Hey, the Lakers.
Like, now, you have sung the national anthem for them how many times?
30 times.
How many times have they won?
29.
Not bad. No, when the one time they lost, it was...
They lost the 13th game, which makes them even more superstitious. At the buzzer.
Yeah.
On the 85 championship.
You're essentially undefeated, all right?
Yeah, pretty
so
much
they must want you out there all the time now.
Yeah, they call me for all the big games.
I bet they do. Do other teams try to get you for the same?
Yeah, I've been called quite a bit, actually. I've been doing a lot of sporting events, professional fights, Tyson Spinks fight. I was in the ring longer than Tyson and Spinks.
But you won't sing for another basketball team, huh?
No, I generally not.
Right.
I have done it, but not against the Lakers.
Okay,
It would have to be like in another city.
That's fair. Dr. J is going to be out in a while. You did something with him,
I
too,
did some
you?
work with Dr. J. He's one of my idols.
Yeah?
He's a great player.
What'd you guys do?
I did a video. I did the music, produced the music for a video of Dr. J's, and it was exciting to work.
He's got a few moves, so I guess it's
He's got a lot of moves.
I'll tell you what, you relax for a moment. We're going to take a break. We'll come back and talk more. Jeffrey Osborne, stay on.
Gosh, it's my first meeting with the chairman. How about this?
Oh, it's very, Navy.
Something wrong?
Okay, you enter the world's largest mahogany-paneled office. You meet the chairman. He says, I've heard good things about you. He thinks, what's with that dandruff?
Dandruff? That's my first impression. I shampoo every morning.
You could shampoo morning, noon, and night with a regular shampoo. Won't do what this does.
Head and Shoulders? You don't have dandruff.
Exactly. Head and Shoulders. Because you never get a second chance to make a first impression.
What does grapefruit juice have in common with a pelican? Both come from Florida. Of course, grapefruit juice isn't a big beak bird that flies, but it does give you quite a lift. It's cool, crisp, and tangy. Pelicans are neither cool, crisp, nor tangy, but some people think they're more fun than grapefruit juice, which is unfortunate because drinking grapefruit juice is a lot more enjoyable and refreshing than watching pelicans try to land on a dock. Which proves when you go to the store, pass the pelicans and head straight for 100% pure Florida grapefruit juice.
Well, you're in trouble already. I don't do flakes anymore. Come on, you want to make a splash for the cereal today, you got to jazz it up. Nuts, chocolate chips. Nothing here but flakes. They're not something. So simple. Now, I see you don't want to be full of stuff like the other guys. They zig, you zag. Very clever. I like it.
Kellogg's Cornflakes.
Cornflakes?
Taste them again for the first time.
After 60 minutes of crashing the boards, my fellow hoopsters and I worked up quite an appetite.
Introducing Ember's new seniors menu, featuring complete meals with soup or salad, mashed potatoes or rice pilaf, hot vegetable, and a dinner roll. And many are only $2.99.
Nobody beats me in the lane. Nobody.
The new seniors menu at Ember's. If you're 55 and up, the cost of a great meal just went down.
Here's everything that's on sale for 5 to 40% off now through Wednesday at Highland Superstores. Now watch real close and you'll see a programmable, cable-ready video recorder for just $179. Did you see it? You'll also see a blue-chip IBM-compatible personal computer for just $688. Thousands of items are on sale for 5 to 40% off through Wednesday at Highland. And now, here's everything that's not on sale. So if you get the idea that everything's on sale now through Wednesday at Highland, you get the idea.
Welcome back. Betty White is here. Jeffrey Osborne. Is your wife here tonight? She's
here. I'm not sure if she's sitting out there.
Well,
she's definitely
is sitting getting any easier for her? She's getting larger.
She's about 6 months pregnant right about now. Yeah, when we have a son due. And
you know that?
We know it's a son.
You have all girls, right?
I have 3 daughters, and
enough's enough.
Yeah, it's so great to finally have a son coming.
Did your family follow your career? I mean,
Yeah, my mother's my biggest fan.
Yeah, where's home?
Home is Providence, Rhode Island, and I'm the youngest. I'm the youngest of 12 children.
So did she? Wow. Does she keep scrapbooks for you and all that? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, she knows where I'm at before I do. I'm trying to figure that out.
It's tough being the youngest at 12. I mean, but they all treated you with warmth and dignity.
Oh, definitely. It was fun growing up. I mean, it's a lot of love shared, you know, and I had to wait my turn in line to listen to the record player, of course.
That's all right. Well, something very nice happened to you in Boston.
Yeah, they named a wing of a clinic in my honor, Birth Defect Center there, for the Genesis Fund. I raised a lot of money for him last year.
Now, does that have to do with that auction I heard about? That was
it's actually a John Havlicek fishing tournament, and I was one of the celebrities. And at the end of the tournament, they always auction things off. I couldn't figure out what to auction, so I auctioned myself off. And I figured I'd do an evening with the piano player. You know, I figured it'd go for about $7,000, and it went for like $70,000.
$70,000 for an evening with Jeffrey Osborne?
Yeah.
Pretty. Betty, ever thought about trying that? What do you think you could come up with?
Well, I don't think my price has never been that high. I don't think I could command that kind of money, but I would try. I would work very hard for it. That's wonderful.
Have you performed yet? Have you performed for the?
No, I haven't even done it yet. I'm still waiting. You know, it had to be when my schedule would permit, and but I'm looking forward to doing it. It's a great organization. I mean, it's really difficult. You know, children with birth defects. It was sad just going there and seeing it, but it's nice to finally give something back.
Yeah, that's a big hunk of change there, too. Yeah, good for you. That auction thing works. So you having fun? Are you enjoying your success?
I love it. When I stop having fun, I'm going to quit.
Well, we hope that's not for a long time. Why don't we bring Dr. J out here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah! What an athlete. Helped to make NBA basketball really a performing art. He is something. He's now promoting the Share the Dream Scholarship Program for Coca-Cola. We're happy he's here. Dr. J, Julius Erving. How are you?
I'm doing great, Pat. How are you?
I'm great. I cannot... Is this your second season out of basketball? It's hard to believe.
My second season of inactivity. I'm just getting fat and sloppy.
Oh, yeah. You look like a wreck. What are you doing? How's retirement? It seems strange to talk to a young man like this talking about retirement, but what's it been like? First of all, the first season you were not playing, did you have that itchy feeling as you were watching games?
Yeah, there was a little bit of withdrawal, particularly in the first year. So I did something that a lot of retired athletes are doing these days. I went out to the golf course and took my frustration out on the little white ball.
Yeah. Is it any harder than that big ball you used to throw around?
It's a little more difficult.
Well, you didn't have the training.
I started at age 37 versus age 8 when I started
playing
basketball.
So you getting any good?
I'm a bogey golfer now.
Oh, that's not too bad. So this year was a little easier for you?
Yeah, golf's a little easier, and actually life's a little easier. My schedule's a little more organized right now, and I'm blending my business endeavors with some public service and charity work.
Yeah.
And also, as you mentioned, for Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Talk more about that in a minute. I want to ask you about. You mentioned starting late in golfing. What about basketball? I assume you played as a kid, but were you any good as a kid?
Now, why would you ask me that? Did you hear anything about me as a kid?
I know some people, sometimes you may have been wonderful from the get-go, and yet sometimes people have to kind of grow into it.
I was awkward in the beginning.
Really?
I started at about 8 years old, and I couldn't shoot the ball with one hand. I could always jump a little, and one of the things that I got away with was getting a pass at the foul line, turning around, firing to the backboard, and chasing it. Catching it 4 feet closer than I was with the first shot, throwing it up again, catching it now almost under the basket, and eventually putting it in. And it was three field goals attempted, 2 rebounds, and 1 basket.
That looks good on the score sheet, doesn't it?
Yeah. The basket does.
Yeah, that's true. So when did you start developing your skill? Oh, just settle down.
Actually, I was 21 years old.
Would you like me to repeat that question?
Thank you.
Let me rephrase it then. When did your skills as a basketball player begin to develop?
Actually, you know, I wasn't I wasn't good enough to play varsity basketball till my junior year of high school. And I thought in my own mind that I was good enough. My high school coach, who's a great friend of mine to this day, thought that physically I wasn't developed enough and that the older guys might have hurt me.
Oh, that was nice.
So he held me back, and I played JV ball in my 10th grade.
And your college ball was?
I went to the University of Massachusetts, yeah.
Now, when did you start doing...
UMass?
Yeah? Right. Really? When did you really begin doing some of those moves that you became so famous for? Did you start doing them in college? And if you did, how'd the coaches feel about them?
Actually, you know, I started doing a lot of creative moves in the playgrounds, and I wasn't able to do it so much in college because during my college years, you weren't able to dunk the basketball, and a lot of my creative moves ended up with slam dunks. And in college, played against a lot of zones. The Abdul-Jabbar rule, or the Lou Alcindor rule was in effect from 68 till, I guess, 1972 or so, which were the years I was at UMass.
No dunk.
And I couldn't dunk, and it didn't seem like when I turned pro, the chains were taken off, and I was finally able to soar and score up to my full potential.
You
and
did a lot of both.
And thank you. But I think that's when it really began to happen. And by then, I was already an adult, and I had a license to do what I wanted to do.
Yeah. We're going to take a break and come back, and maybe I'll have some tips for Dr. J on shooting and hooping and all.
You've got a sore throat.
Hello, would you?
And a cough. Put your throat on nice. Nice cools your throat, showers your pain with medicine pleasantly.
Would you like to buy a trusty little vacuum?
No, thank you. So you can have a nice day.
Want to see this dull, dry hair disappear?
Like magic?
Try some magic. A touch of VO5 Hairdressing's 5 natural conditioners makes dull, dry hair look radiant.
More manageable, too.
Try some magic.
VO5 for healthier-looking hair.
There's seafood linguine with sauce. Of course, there's also lasagna with cheese. And what about turkey so tender? I surrender, but I gotta have a chicken enchilada with 37 Weight Watchers entrees. Choosing can be quite confusing. Pizza's a must on a regular crust or on French bread. Instead, spicy, creamy, chunky, crispy, zesty, meaty, crunchy, saucy, baked or fried. I can't decide. I can't decide. Oh, what a delicious dilemma. Weight Watchers, this is living. The end.
Excuse me, who's the expert on aerodynamics around here?
You're looking at him.
Tell me, what's the most aerodynamic sedan made in North America?
You're looking at it.
Here has more room than a lot of other European sedans.
It has more room than any car in its class.
More room than any car in its class?
There must be an echo in here.
Get ready for a dazzling night of crowns, tears, and surprises. Join Dick Clark and Angie Dickinson for the 38th annual Miss USA pageant, live Tuesday at 9.
For the largest selection of carpet and linoleum, for the lowest prices, better see C-Stats. C-Stats is Minnesota's oldest name in floor covering and carries all major brands of carpet and linoleum. Browse through C-Stats' walls and walls of carpet and linoleum with thousands of colors and styles to choose from. Better yet, C-Stats also has thousands of remnants at an amazing 40 to 80% off all year round. For the largest selection of flooring at the lowest prices, better see C-Stats, 1.5 blocks east of Gaultier Plaza in Lower Town, St. Paul.
What if a...
Back with Dr. J. When did you get that handle?
I was back in high school. I had a buddy I used to call a professor, and he called me the doctor. We went on to college together, and to this day, it started out as just a thing between two friends. But
Are you a fan? Are you a basketball fan?
I'm not a good fan, but I am a fan. Yeah, I watch basketball today, and I'm still involved with the NBA, doing a little international promotion. And I like basketball, needless to say. It's a part of my life for so long.
It seems to be a much more balanced league this year. The dominance, I mean, the Lakers are having a good year, but not the dominating kind of year they've had in the past. Of course, the Celtics have fallen on hard times, at least for now. What's going on there, you think, with the league?
I think there's parity within the league.
You like that?
And I like it. I think it's healthy for the sport. I think rather than just having 2 or 3 teams that are the true contenders, you have 8 or 9 teams. And it should make for a very interesting playoffs.
Yeah. You have any picks? Or do you do that sort of thing?
Well, you know, I'm biased towards Philadelphia because I played with the 76ers for 11 years. I think Atlanta, Detroit, New York, and Cleveland are probably the 4 best teams in the Eastern Conference. L.A., Utah, Phoenix.
Yeah.
And maybe Dallas.
And maybe any one of them with a shot? Yeah.
There are 8 teams with a good shot.
Yeah. Jeffrey mentioned that you two worked together on a video project, eh? Now, Jeffrey did the singing? Yeah.
Jeffrey did all the work, actually. Jeffrey wrote and produced a song called Everything Good Takes Time. And it was one of the feature pieces that was used during my farewell tour in 1987. And I'm deeply indebted to Jeffrey because of that.
I think we have a little piece of it just showing some of your moves in this. I don't think we're going to hear anything, are we? No, but we'll. Holy moly! Look at this.
Well, the best way to judge these shots is probably by looking at the hairstyles. But every time I see, yeah, I think all of these were during the late 70s and early 80s.
You know, I could just sit and watch these without.
I think we dipped back to the 60s on that one. This was ABA footage.
How long did you spend in the ABA?
Played 5 years in the ABA, 2 with the team called the Business Flyers, and 3 with the New York Nets.
Now, I understand the way gravity works, and when you go up there, you got to come down, but it looks to me as if you go up, you think about it, you change your mind, you go around the basket, you talk to a couple of guys, you have some gum, and you think the ball. That hang time is amazing up there.
Yeah, that's, I guess that's one of God's gifts. Some of us get, some of us don't get.
Yeah. There is an element of show business in that, let's face it. I mean, the dunk business is exciting to the crowd. Do you think that's that's okay, isn't it? I mean, were you there to entertain?
I think more now than before. I think in the late 60s, early 70s, Connie Hawkins, Elgin Baylor, Will Chamberlain, when guys like that were dunking the ball and using their body control, I think they were the exception rather than the rule, and they were sort of taking a chance. They were defying the purest approach to playing basketball. And it's evolved to the point where today, you know, it's almost expected of a superstar to do something unusual, to do something a little different and increase their marketability.
Let's talk about the program that you're involved with Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Well, it's a sweepstakes, and it's focused during Black History Month, which is the month of February, sponsored by the Coca-Cola Company, and Coca-Cola is going to give away $130,000 in scholarships. That should be exciting.
Yeah, really. Well, so you're enjoying your life? Everything's going well?
I'm enjoying my life just as much as you're enjoying
it. Yeah, we are.
I can see it on your face that you're having a good
We shouldn't
time.
tell people. They think we're working for a living.
Oh, okay.
Let's not spoil any of it. Yeah. Dr. J, Julius Erving, folks. We'll be back.
The Pat Sajak Show, sponsored by Ralston Purina Company of Checkerboard Square, and by Burger King, where we do it like you do it.
Chex Snack Mix gives you that great party taste anytime. Because that tasteful crowd you've partied with for years now comes in a box. Chex Snack Mix, anytime.
There are some parts of our Burger King Cheeseburger Deluxe McDonald's doesn't want you to notice. Like it's flame-broiled and juicy, with crisp lettuce and red ripe tomato. No wonder McDonald's hates the Burger King Cheeseburger Deluxe. No wonder you're gonna love it.
I smell magic in the air. What's this? A pot of gold? No, it's a kettle of Ruffy's Color Sense waste bags. Just look at the rainbow of colors. Smell these lovely deodorizing fragrances. Ah, what a great way to freshen my little cottage home. My bedroom, bathroom, and kitchen, each with its own pastel color and freshening fragrance. How lucky can a leprechaun get? Make your home fresh and fashionable with color scents from Ruffy's.
I can't get out of bed.
Ever notice how even the smallest cold turns everything into a big effort?
What a drag!
It's time to get the big relief of Dimetap in 12-hour extend tabs. Dimetap is recommended millions of times by doctors and pharmacists.
So you have a cold? I've got just the thing.
Dimetap. It gets things back to normal.
To Satan.
Be a wheel watcher, yeah, be a wheel watcher tonight.
There's nothing like being a wheel watcher.
The wheel never looked better. More prizes, more puzzles, and bigger money.
When we say big money, we mean
Bigger money.
Join the excitement. Be a wheel watcher.
Say that again.
Be a wheel watcher, yeah, be a wheel watcher tonight.
Wheel of Fortune, tonight at 6:30 on Channel 4.
Thanks, Tom. Still to come tonight, Josh Taylor from the Hogan family. Comic Judy Tenuta will be out. Tomorrow, Carl Reiner is going to be here, along with Burt Convey, illusionist David Copperfield from Married with Children, Christina Applegate, actor-comedian Michael Winslow, and Geraldo Rivera, through the magic of ship-to-shore telephone, will accept his award that I know he's lived for. During the commercial, Betty was admiring your hands there. Is that true, Julie?
I can't take my eyes off of them, Dr. J. I tell you, they are just gorgeous.
Well, thank you.
I'm a hand freak
Still
myself.
dishpan hands.
That's it.
They're still healing, too, from 16 years out there. I got a couple of
fingers are
knuckles
about a
that
mile
talk
and a half
back.
Well, anyway, you two kids carry on there. And I'll introduce Josh, if I may. This actor really started his career in soaps, playing Chris on Days of Our Lives for many years. He currently stars as Michael Hogan on NBC's The Hogan Family. Please welcome Josh Taylor.
Can I do that one?
One time.
Yeah.
I never get away from it.
I had to do it.
Let's face it, you're just a tiny white guy. There's no way around that, Josh. I'm sorry.
We were playing one-on-one out in back. I just kicked his butt.
Sick my oldest son on you.
It's kind of like being the fastest draw. You know, everyone wants to take you on, I guess. There's probably some of that. I don't think you want to go one-on-one.
I tell you, I count what a group to be on with, but I want to say that, I guess we know who the prima donna was tonight, huh?
Who's that?
I don't see Rin Tin Tin sitting here.
Oh, that's it. Rinny, we wanted him, and he said, I've got to go. I've got it's one of those.
It's gonna be Lassie.
No. You did a show near and dear to my heart, the wheel thing. Were you not?
Yes, I did.
One of our celebrity players when we used to do that?
Yes, I was, and that was kind of a funny story. They, sometimes the networks asked you to do their shows, and, well, sometimes for whatever reason, you know, we get a little, I don't know, out of hand or whatever. And I said, well, no, I don't want to do a game show. I don't want to really do that. And
I don't want to dirty my actor's hands on that dumb little game. Is that?
I'm a serious actor.
Sure.
So I said, but okay, I'll do it for you. So I get on the game, and about 2 minutes into it, man, I'm going, give me a D. Give me an E. All right. And there was a woman on there who I was playing against, lovely little old lady. You know, she was on there and obviously didn't know much about sports, and I could see what the puzzle was already. It was O.J. Simpson. I mean, it was the name. And I mean, it was obvious, and she didn't know much about it, and it was her turn, and I'm going, oh, God. And she goes, I don't know. And I went, all right. O.J. Simpson. Boy, that competition.
You're basic good sport.
Oh, yeah, I love it. Yeah, I was real blasé about it, man.
Wow. Yeah, I remember you whacked her in the jaw a couple of times.
Boom.
Yeah, that was very nice.
1, 2 out of 3 from her, too.
Well, we're all very proud of you. Is that on your resume now? So you having fun with the Hogans?
Yeah, we're having a great time. It's such a good group of people. Very, very seldom in your career do you have a situation where it's so, I mean, we really are very, very close, and that doesn't always happen.
What about the kids on the show? Are these Hollywood kids that none of us can stand to be around?
Awful, awful. No, I one time said, and without at the point of being too sentimental, but if I started a family, I would take one of each of those. Wow. I mean, those kids are incredible.
Pretty good trip. Now, tell us something rotten about Sandy Duncan. She can't be this.
I got up
that's really nasty.
I got up at a testimonial of Sandy in Dallas last spring, and I said, well, you know, everybody's getting up here saying such nice things about Sandy Duncan. I said, I'm going to tell you, she is raunchy. She's a prima donna. She's hard to get along with. She's cranky. And I said, all of you who know Sandy know that that's not true, except for the raunchy part.
Oh, really?
Raunchy woman.
Sandy's a little randy?
We have a good time with her.
Oh, good. Well,
yeah.
That's kind of. I'm kind of glad to hear that. For some reason,
we shock her a little bit, and she goes right along with us. Yeah, it's better. We have a good time on that show. It's one of those situations where whatever happens the rest of your career, that's one time where you'll look back and say it was family.
What kinds of jobs did you have before you finally got things going as an actor?
You mean the ones I can talk about?
Sure, the legal ones.
I've had about 35 different jobs in my life. I was a bartender, truck driver. I had a record company in Denver once upon a time. I was a railroader. I was a brakeman switchman on Santa Fe Railroad. But bartending is what I did when I came out here.
Do you think that's not a bad idea for us?
It's an absolutely good idea. Whenever an actor asks me what they should do to get into business, I learn how to pour scotch and water real quick. Because what it does is it gives you that money to be able to be in a workshop, to keep your life going, to not be panicky, and not have to go in and just grab a job whenever you just because you need the bread to pay the rent. But what it did for me was I was a little bit, I was more introverted, actually, when I came out here. And when you're a bartender, you can't sit back there for 8 hours with a bunch of fools in front of you and be extroverted. And because you usually get one or two drunk sitting there, and if you don't say much, well, then it gets to be a little tedious during the evening.
So if you want to be an actor, you should...
I think definitely learn.
Hang around people who drink. Is that the advice you're giving to young people watching tonight, Josh?
I'm saying, yeah, well,
Well, it's moving advice. We were talking about Hogan's Family. We have a little piece of tape from the show that I trust this will feature you in some way or another. Do you know that to be a fact?
Well, I hope so.
Well?
No, I think I'm in there somewhere. I'm not sure exactly what the piece is.
He'll be the guy who looks a lot like this. Take a look.
I was thinking of having dinner. Some night with a friend. And this friend might be a woman.
You don't know if your friend's a woman?
No, she is a woman.
I don't get it. Willie, he's talking about a date.
No, he's not. Are you?
No, not a date. Exactly. It would be dinner with a woman that I find somewhat attractive.
Isn't that a date?
Used to be.
Sounds like a date to me.
My boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was occasion of my first date since I've been widowed on the show, as we all know.
Yeah, that's right. I read about that widow.
Yeah, we read about that widow.
Mm-hmm.
At any rate, that was my first date after about a year and a half. I was getting real lonely. So I said, please let me go out.
Yeah.
But it didn't
How'd
work.
that date go? Did we ever
It
resolve that?
didn't go well. I blew it. I dropped plates. I dropped wine all over
Ugly
her.
scene.
Now it'll be another year and a half.
How about your dad a little bit? Who's an interesting...
I'm very proud of my
interesting
father.
guy.
My father was a coach, an athletic director back in Chillicothe, Illinois. And the high school football stadium's named after him.
That's got to be
Called
sweet.
Taylor Field. I told him he better outlive me. I'm going to tell him that it was named after me. So, but I'm very proud of him. He was inducted Illinois High School Coaches Hall of Fame. I would like to say one thing.
Sure, whatever you like, Josh. This is a talk show.
I've got two favorite athletes of all time. I grew up with athletics, like I said, my father. And one of them happens to be you. And it's a pleasure to meet you.
Do we get to know who the other one is?
Yeah, Walter Payton. I think
pretty good selection, I'd say.
the way that, you know, their abilities and the way they carry themselves. And it's a pleasure to meet you.
Thanks for being here, Josh. The Hogan Family is the show, and we'll take a break and be back. And Judy Tenuta will be out here, and you'll laugh and everything.
Dow bathroom cleaner with scrubbing bubbles. We work hard so you don't have to.
From the frigid Great Lakes
An Alka-Seltzer Plus, that's all I ever needed.
to the icy mountains of Oregon,
It's been excellent for me.
more and more Americans are taking Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine. Fast, effective relief for tough winter colds.
In a word, it works.
Your new book talks about dry skin. My skin gets so dry, I could scratch the word dry on it.
Well, I use Vaseline Intensive Care Lotion. It starts healing dry skin on contact. Watch this film. Thermophotography shows how Vaseline Intensive Care Lotion soothes the dryness, the redness, actually accelerates healing.
I can't write on it now.
Even after a hand washing, you won't be able to.
You heard it here.
Vaseline Intensive Care Lotion starts healing dry skin on contact.
Oh, boy, there's nothing more better than a taste of fine cheddar. And you can have all the cheddar cheese you please in these. Cheddar and sour cream flavored Ruffles potato chips. They got cheesy flavor in places other chips don't even got places. So you ain't gonna just fall in love with them, no. You're gonna bring them home to meet you, mama, I guarantee. Try cheddar and sour cream flavored Ruffles brand potato chips. They're not just good, they are wonderful. Say cheese, mama.
In the 50s, Elvis was on the car radio. And if you were cool, you'd cruise Lake Street in a Chev from J. Klein Chevrolet. Well, the 50s are gone, but J. Klein Chevrolet is still around.
Just announced on cars and trucks, interest rates as low as 4.9 APR or rebates up to $1,000. Astro conversion vans as low as $14,999.
Call 825-4441.
Do you like chicken wings? Well, the Twin Cities' best wings are at the Chef Cafe on Franklin at Chicago for eat-in or take-out. Now, you may think mappos, wings and ribs, or runions are good, but for quantity, price, and taste, the Chef Cafe has them beat. And the Chef Cafe's lightly seasoned jumbo chicken wings come with blue cheese, hot, or barbecue sauces. That's the Chef Cafe, Franklin and Chicago, 871-8245.
My next guest will be appearing at Tulane University on March 6th and in Baton Rouge, Louisiana at the Grin Room on the 7th and 8th. Please welcome Mount Olympus, Judy Tenuta.
These for you. Put these on. No, come on, put them on. Because I mean it. Put them on, Dan. He wants to feel. Put them
Over these, right?
Yeah, over those. Yeah, well, you know. Oh, good. Oh, look at you. No. No, he's ready. Oh, yes. That's what.
You know, it's a shame, but we have to do a commercial now.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm going to be leaving now after I got one laugh.
Don't go away. Tenuta.